Oh, hey, this is one of my random chats with you, just randomly. I wanted to go through a summary of some of the discussions I've been having with my clients during counseling and some of the brainstorming we've been doing, investing in regarding the philosophy of life. So I thought I might share that with you. I think that it's nighttime in California at the moment, I think. Hello. Hey. I was just saying that I'm going to be discussing in one of my random chats some of the topics that we've been brainstorming through counseling. If you want to have a counseling session with me, just go to Simply Book Me. I do counseling, intuitive. Hello, Alabama. Wow. Intuitive counseling and some philosophical work. Hello. And as we said in the last chat, I'm going to be doing some random chats with you, during which we will brainstorm certain issues in life and look at some of the discussions I've had as a counsellor. One of the topics that frequently comes up, hello Heather, this is awesome Heather. I find it so interesting that I can be behind my phone speaking with you and you're all there. Michigan, hello Beth, hello Coraldina, hello. One of the topics that we've been talking about is the dynamics of families and how we move through these, hey Sarah, these dynamics in families. We are social and we are, as social beings, hello Crow. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I've got this idea in my mind I want to share with you, but then I keep seeing you come up here and thank you. And I don't know whether to chat to the people down here or continue with my conversation. I'm talking about family dynamics and how we feel awareness and a sense of peace in the dynamics of our families and who our families truly are, because we can adopt people close to us and make a decision that they are our family. Family does not necessarily have to be a bloodline. It can be somebody that you perceive of as family. Thank you, James. Mexico City, amazing. One of the challenges in life is that we tend to judge people by our virtues and values. And we inherently tend to believe that our values and virtues are the values and virtues held by others. And sadly, that is a misnomer. We go through life and one of the ground zero acceptances or contentions, hello Tony, that we need to accept for peace is that we cannot change the beliefs, perspectives, or behavior in most situations of others. Somehow we need to arrive or process a level of peace, being aware that we cannot change others. And this can be quite challenging for us because the lens through which we look at our world, our values, our virtues, we tend to be constantly surprised that other people don't hold the same values and virtues. I'm so sorry, Heather. That didn't sound very sincere, Heather. I'm so sorry. It's a shifting between the chat and what I'm trying to say. In order to find peace in life, and it's a process, a moment by moment experience, is starting with the understanding that all we have is the moment. And from that understanding, all we have is the moment, is the second contention and understanding paradigm that life is based on suffering. Why is it based on suffering? Because humans like things to be permanent and life is changing. I'll say that again. Human beings like life to be permanent. And the nature of life is that it's ever changing. So our ground zero is suffering. What do we do with that? We move through with as much acceptance as is practical in our life. What is practical acceptance? It's up to each individual to realize what is practical acceptance for them and how authentic we can truly be in the life as it is. It is important to be authentic. However, we walk through life compromising for others. Why do we compromise for others? Because we're social. The basis of being social, the starting line of being social, is compromising for other people, considering their needs. As soon as we consider the needs of another person, we accept that we act with compromise. So we walk this fragile tightrope where we yearn to be our authentic self, yet we compromise for the needs of others. We compromise in order to engage. We compromise in order to have a career. We compromise in our family. You know that lovely story that I love to tell about the porcupines. You've probably heard me tell this story 100 times. About all the porcupines that would hibernate together in the cold and under a tree or wherever porcupines happen to hibernate. And they would prick each other and bleed. So they had enough one day and they said, we're going to separate, and they all went their separate ways and they all died. Very sad story. In order to be part of a family, in order to be part of society, we need to put up with the pricks of others. Oh my goodness, that's a bit of a double entendre, isn't it? We need to put up with the obstacles. We need to bear the brunt of some personalities in order to have a society. So how much do we put up with others and how much do we let it go? That is the precarious balance between authenticity and establishing boundaries. No one can tell you where that line is of being your authentic self and compromising for others. It's a matter of being aware in the stillness of the moment who you are and when enough is enough. And through that path, we honor our health and we honor our well-being. When we support our physical health, we are more likely or in a better paradigm to be aware of our emotional needs and our mental health. Several of my clients at the moment have talked about difficulties in relating with their family members and the pain that they bear working through relationships with family members. In most situations, bar issues of physical safety, it's important to attempt to get along with family. Family are never going to be perfect. They're never going to get it right. Being social and society is based on the structure of families working together. We attempt to work through adversity with family. We attempt to forgive. We attempt to let go of resentment. And that, of course, is a process. I can identify myself times where I have felt resentment or I've struggled with forgiveness myself. It's okay. We take step by step, softly, and we move forward. 3 steps forward, 2 back. You've asked about Cooper. Cooper is lying down here. He is coming towards the end of his days. He is not as He's not doing too well. Thank you, Heather. Oh, he's not doing too well. He's coming to the end of his life, but he's still happy. And as long as he's happy, we will persevere with his life. I know that several of you are losing or have lost your furry friends at recent times. So I'm so sorry for your loss. Our ground zero is being in the moment. And from the ground zero of being in the moment, we practice awareness. When we practice awareness, we're more likely to develop the skill of compassion, the skill of active listening. And we're more likely to foster the relations within our family. You've asked me about, I'm sorry it's been tough, Crow. I really, really am. I'm not always resilient. You see a little speck of my personality online. I am a work in progress, an ugly, exciting, joyful, rewarding work in progress, as we each are. I will be doing these random chats every so often. Please remember that you can join Apple Podcast memberships. My podcast is Sleep Meditation with Lauren Ostrowski Fenton if you want to get ad-free. So keep that in mind. And keep in mind, please, that I counsel through the portal Simply Book Me. So you look up Simply Book Me and look up my name, and then you can book in with me. Heather's saying, you seem so strong though. I think in order to be strong, we need to at first be weak. In order to be resilient, we need to at first have self-doubt. In order to be happy, we need to at first be sad. In order to appreciate what we have, we need to at first understand and experience lack. In order to feel empathy, we need to at first experience self-kindness and awareness of what our neighbour is going through. I am ordinary. Ordinary. Each of us can be extraordinary in our ordinariness by being aware of the needs of others. You know that I love Stoicism. I love Stoicism. And I've had some questions about Stoicism. Being Stoic or following a Stoic philosophy does not take away from your religious beliefs. It is a philosophical approach, not a religious approach. So you can be Christian, Muslim, Jewish, and still be Stoic. Stoicism is about exactly that, being strong and practical in the reality of life. The reality is that we decay, we die, and everything changes. And feeling okay in that paradigm. So just thought I'd touch base with you. I hope you are okay. I love the word okay because it's so strong in its humility. How are you? I'm okay. How's life treating you? It's pretty tough, but I'm okay. Love to you all. We'll be starting another live course soon, which will be, at this stage, it will be 10 days to eradicating anxiety. So that should start soon. Thank you. Thank you. Thinking of you, remember to practice mindful hygiene each day. A bit of meditation, a bit of yoga, a bit of stretching, a little bit of walking, a little bit of spending time with water, a little bit of nutrition, a little bit of junk food, a little bit of laughter, a little bit of smiling, a little bit of resilience, a little bit of forgiveness, a little bit of throwing your arms up in the air, a little bit of falling down on your knees and going, c'est la vie, I'll get back up. Okay, my friends, my dear friends, Love you all. Remember, we're together. We're all here. I love the comments you make to each other in the threads below. It's just beautiful. This is a safe space, a space in which you are included, you are honoured in your own right, and you are loved. Until next time, bye guys.